Hi, it's Rosie Grimmer, and I want to share with you how you can make your own DIY bubble bath. It's really easy, and you can have this great product that you can use that's toxin-free. It's easy to make up gifts for girlfriends. It's easy to treat yourself, and you're not going to be having any of those endocrine disruptors in your bubble bath, either for you or for your kids, right? So today I'm going to make my bubble bath with doTERRA's Magnolia oil, and I want to share with you just a little bit first before we get into how to make your bubble bath about that oil, because it is such a powerful oil. Now, I have this book that's the Essential Emotions book, and I refer to this all the time because we cannot separate our physical selves from our emotional selves. We're not like separate entities all inside this one body, right? And so whenever you're using an essential oil, or really you have any experience in life, there's a physical thing that happens, there's an emotional response. Or if there's something emotional that happens, there's a physical response. It can't be disconnected. We can try to deny it, we can try to push it down, but it can't be disconnected, right? So Magnolia is the oil of compassion, and honestly, it warrants having a whole video that's just about Magnolia, but I wanted to share with you why I picked it today for the bubble bath that I'm making. Magnolia has this maternal, gentle, nurturing way about it. Actually, if you haven't smelled Magnolia before, when you do, you'll go like, oh, I've smelled that before, because it has been used in the perfume industry for generations and generations, literally thousands of years, dating all the way back that far. And so it encourages people to, on a profoundly spiritual level, to interact without causing pain or suffering, and to refrain from seeing others as somehow less than oneself. It reveals these bonds that are shared between all people. It encourages this togetherness of humanity, right? And to not be detached. So if someone is finding, which can happen really easily when someone's overwhelmed, there's a lot going on. If someone's finding they're not necessarily angry or sad or any of those things, they're just detached. They're just separated. They're just kind of feeling like this nothingness in response to things, then Magnolia is going to be their good friend. It just wraps somebody in this big hug of safety and can help them to feel compassion for themselves, compassion for those around them, even people who have different opinions than themselves. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful oil for kids and adults alike, whenever there's any kind of stress going on, right? Okay, so let's get to how do you make bubble bath, Rosie? It is super easy. All you need is some unscented castile soap, and you need some kind of an oil-based piece in there. And so I'm going to use doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil, and then you need a little bit of water, and then you need your essential oil. And don't worry about capturing that recipe right now. I'll put it down in the comments too. So I've decided to use this cute little jar. I reuse this one. I've had it for a long time, and then I just keep it on my bathtub, right? All right, so we put in 1 cup of the castile soap, and I've done this enough. I'm not going to measure it. I know how far 1 cup ends up going up on this container. So 1 cup of that castile soap, and then I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup of fractionated coconut oil. Now this bottle is almost a 4-ounce bottle. I'm actually just taking the top off of it because it'll be so much easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in, right? And then, because I want to use the Magnolia, and it's a roll-on, and it's already pre-diluted because it is such a great, strong oil, one of the most precious ones that we have, I'm just going to wiggle that top off. And it says 15 drops of an essential oil if you're using one of doTERRA's oils that's not already in the touch. I would not use an oil that we'd call hot. cinnamon, cassia, oregano, even thyme. I wouldn't use any of those oils in making your bubble bath. Using one of doTERRA's blends can be a really great way to do this too. Maybe like the citrus bloom or the whisper blend. Those make beautiful bubble baths. So I'm going to go ahead and do 30. Whoops. I counted kind of quickly during that thing. Where'd it go? Just because this is already diluted. Oh, it smells great. Yeah, I'll definitely get the benefits of that when I'm doing my bubble bath. And then the last thing that we add is 2 tablespoons of water. And I'm just right here by my kitchen sink. So I'm going to add those 2 tablespoons of water. Now the thing about this is because we don't have any of the things in there that are going to be those artificial ingredients that help it to bind in a way, it's not really necessary. I'm going to use this up in the next couple of weeks, right? Anytime before I go to use it, I'm going to give it a gentle shake, right? So that's going to make sure the essential oils and everything's all distributed. And then all I do is pour about a 1/4 cup of this mixture underneath the bath water when it's running, and I have a beautiful, beautiful bubble bath that doesn't have any of those chemicals or colorings or anything in there that I don't want to be have in my bath, right? So I hope this helps. Go find your favorite blend, your favorite essential oil, get yourself some castile soap, a nice light carrier oil, fractionated coconut oil is perfect, and make yourself up your own bubble bath.